made this box, put my Garmin 9SV on. Bought the transducer for the ice. Made a bracket, bolted on the back. As you can see, it's got a place for the puck to sit. And then on top of that, we have plastic pieces, which I made, that screw into the bottom. And then the transducer will actually mount on this for ice fishing. The other handle, which screws on top of here above the locator, so you can turn it back and forth. Now, being I want to be able to use this on different boats, I made this bracket, or shouldn't say bracket, but I bought the bracket for a trolling motor. The tube, which is right in here, is a little over an inch, about an inch and a quarter. I had to hog out the plastic in here and in here for this tube to set in. It's only hogged out so far down so the tube slides in from the top and butts in about halfway. The tube was taken to a buddy, and he machined the inside of it to accept the next piece of aluminum tube, because its standard size won't slide in between the two. So you had to hog this piece out inside so this would slide back and forth. As you can see, this is just a trolling motor bracket, which was made from Minn Kota. Cost 27 bucks. I got maybe $10 in aluminum. I made the handle, which you can see here. And it's a two-piece handle. It's put together, countersunk with Allen head screws in there to clamp it on there. So in case the tube ever took a crap, you could unbolt this, slide the tube out of the bracket, and replace it if you had to. It's just got rubber caps on the ends from a hardware store. The handle is about 12 inches long. You can take and adjust this or tip this down. Slides down. You can turn this any direction you want. I put a stainless steel rings, well, I can't remember what you call it. Anyway, eye bolt. Drill the hole, tapped it, put that in there with a locking nut. Cable sits down in here after you spread this open a little bit. It keeps the area in front of here and here clear so your cable doesn't get caught up on the front of your bracket. And it pivots nicely any direction you want. It's made to put on different boats. This way you can be used on a John boat or another boat. And if you want, you can make this permanent on your boat. If you take this area right here, where this is flat under here, cut that straight across. Cut the brackets off where the screw clamps are. And then you can come in from the top, down in this area, and bolt it down to the front of your boat if you wanted to. And I have the same setup, which is on the front of my boat, that I mounted a Humminbird 360 unit through, which slid up through the original mounting of where the shaft would go for a trolling motor, slid up in there just fine. Then I have a stop collar and a locking deal on it. So every time I go to deploy it, I just lift it up, drop it down, lock it in place at the marked pre-position. So my 360 is always pointing directly in front of my boat. Now, I just recently come up with an idea that this pin right here where it pivots, I want to try and be able to knock this out and replace it with a shaft. And if that works correctly, I'll be able to take my 360 unit, that's on my boat, just take a pin out, move that out of the way, and set this in place. It's an idea. It's something I just drank too much beer one day and said, hey, I know what I can do. Like I said, this works great. Thanks.